Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear students, welcome to you all in the virtual learning system, Pakistan International School, Taif. Dear students, we are going to continue chapter number 2. This is grade 12, subject Pakistan culture in lieu of Urdu. Chapter number 2, archaeological treasure. Subtopic of this chapter we will discuss today, that is Mohenjo-Daro. Lecture number 8, and I am your subject teacher Muhammad Yunus. Dear students, you can see on the screen the ruins of Mohenjo-Daro. It is an ancient city. Its history is very old. We will discuss today about Mohenjo-Daro. So first of all, we will discuss about the location of Mohenjo-Daro. Mohenjo-Daro is other great city belonging to the time the Indus civilization. The civilization of Indus Valley, that is known as the Indus civilization. Indus Valley means nowadays the area which consists of Pakistan. Mohenjo-Daro means mound of dead. Mound of dead, it means the heap of dead bodies, or you can say the pile of the dead, or you can say the dome shape of the dead bodies. It is obvious that actual name of city has been forgotten, and the present name, which refers to the ruins, simply shows how the site is known in the local Sindhi language. Dear students, the ruins of Mohenjo-Daro are more than 5 kilometers in circumference and lie scattered on the right bank of the river Indus, some 320 kilometers north of Karachi and around 28 kilometers or 17 miles from the town of Ladkana. Ladkana also a city situated in Sindh province. It had the population about 35,000 persons or little more. Dear students, the population of this old city on that time, you can see this is very less. This population comprised people from all walks of life, like rulers, priests, peasants, smiths, shopkeepers, porters, and the workers who can be identified from the remains they have left behind. And it means every type of the peoples were living in this area or in the location of the Mohenjo-Daro. Dear students, we will study the discovery of Mohenjo-Daro, or you can say the excavation of the Mohenjo-Daro. It was discovered by chance in 1922. An officer of Archaeological Survey of India went to the site to investigate the ruins of Buddhist stupa. Stupa is, you can say, the symbol of Buddha, that is Buddhism, and his upon something quite unusual. To his great surprise, he found antiquities that were quite identical to those found at Harappa. Antiquity means the ancient time and the things which are very old. So this seems that Harappa civilization and the Mohenjo-Daro civilization are very similar to each other. Dear students, the significance of the discovery quickly recognized, and large-scale excavations were carried out between 1922 and 1931. A large portion of city was thus uncovered. A small-scale work was done after the creation of Pakistan in 1947. Dear students, Parts of the Mohenjo-Daro, just like every old city has two types of the settlement, there are two parts. Number one, the citadel, or number two, the lower town. The citadel is the, you can say, the upraised part, that you can say, which is located on the high surface of the earth, and the lower town that is round about this one. And citadel was also covered with the fortification wall. Here we will discuss about the lower town, the mounds which represents the lower city cover almost a square mile of the area. The published plan suggests that the basic layout was that of the grid of the main streets running north-south and east-west, dividing the area into blocks of the equal size in rectangular form. 243.84 multiply 365.75 meter. So on it means the settlement was in the rectangular shape, and the houses were planned, and the road were made also in a good way. There was also the crossroad to go one lane to the other lane. Dear students, most of the lanes and streets had a brick drain covered over by brick or sometime by stone slabs. And the lanes were, you can say, are paved, were paved. The lower city must have included houses of many different kinds. The lower town also contained a wide range of the shops and craftwork peoples. The bricks used in construction were very finely fired and mainly made in an open mouth. Timber was used for the universal flat roof. The town was probably contained within a fortification wall also. So in the lower town, you can say low standard peoples were living there. Dear students, the upper part, the upper portion of the, you can say, this Mohenjo-Daro, that was the citadel. The citadel mound contains a series of remarkable structures of a very different characteristics. Their special nature is emphasized by great platforms of brick and filling upon with the stand. So actual this area was, you can say, the owners of these areas were the high caste people living there. These platforms were obviously designed to raise the level of structure above the flood level of the Indus. The Great Bricks embankments, 13.10 meter in height, which can round the platform at Mohenjo-Daro, must also have served the same purpose. Dear students, these can you can see these two parts in the picture. See, this is the old, very old settlement. This upper part, the raised part of this settlement, that is known as citadel. And you can see here are the bricks are used here, that is the back bricks. And mostly the peoples living here, they are also rich. And this area you can see covered with the wall, or you can say the fortification wall for the security purposes. So this is the upper part of the land. And around this area, around this, you can say citadel, you can see the other settlement which is actually on the lowland surface. The peoples are living here. Their streets are very congested, and they are the more population, and this all area is known as the lower town. And here are the low standard peoples are living mostly there. So in this way, you can say this area is divided into two categories by the people also. Dear students, one thing found here, that is the very important, the Great Bath. The most remarkable feature of the citadel is Great Bath. This finely built brick structure measures 11.88 multiply 11.88 meters. It means it is square type and is 2.43 meters deep from the surrounding pavement. It is approached at either end by flights of steps originally finished with the timber heads set in the bitumens. Bitumens. So bitumen is, as you can say, the mixture of hydrocarbons and other substances, and we can also obtain by distillation of coal and petroleum, and it is used for surfacing road, or sometime we can make the walls for waterproofing. And you can see when the people are constructing the building, they, you can say, apply a black, you can say, liquid for the waterproofing, and that's known as bitumen. So this bitumen is obtained from the distillation of coal or the petroleum. So this is used so that the walls can be waterproofed. The real significance of bath has not been fully understood, although its link with some of sorts of ritual bathing has been suggested. Around the bath on the north and east are other large blocks of buildings which may have belonged to the administrators who controlled not only the city but the great empire which it dominated. And it means around this bath, the buildings were, you can say, that belongs to those people who were the administrator of this areas. Dear students, you can see the picture of Great Bath here. The Great Bath at Mohenjo-Daro, it was discovered during 25 and 26 excavation. The Great Bath measures 11.88 meter multiplies 7.01 meter and has a maximum depth of 2.43 meter. It is located in the well-preserved northern part of Mohenjo-Daro, Western Mount. So dear students, you can see its look and its structure, which is looking very different from nowadays. It is looking like a swimming pool, but we can say, and we are studying about it, that it is a great bath. On that time, such type of the structures were also present, and they were made by the paved bricks, yeah, backed bricks. So dear students, now Mohenjo-Daro suffered greatly from the Indus flood and foreign invasions. After a lifespan of about 1000 years, 2500 to 1500, the city fell into disuse due to various internal and external factors. So in this way, the, you can say, this great city fall down. You can see some other ruins of this Mohenjo-Daro. Dear students, today the topic is finished. Here is homework. You will write the short question and answer, and also you will learn it for the exam. What is the location of Mohenjo-Daro? Question number 2. Name two distinct parts of Mohenjo-Daro. Number 3. Write about the citadel of Mohenjo-Daro. Number 4 question. What are the features of Great Bath in Mohenjo-Daro? Dear students, thank you, goodbye, and good luck. I wish you all the best in your forthcoming exam.